Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today I want to focus on God TOPPO's EZA. Now, I did use God TOPPO quite a bit, in like the Spirit Bomb Goku EZA showcase and, the Super Saiyan LR Prime Battle Goku showcase and all that stuff. But God TOPPO is like seriously like one of the best units in the game. Like, he is so crazy at this point now. They made him just a ridiculous support type unit. He raises allies' attack still on super attack, but he has damage reduction, he gives ki, he has attack and defense. God TOPPO is just absolutely insane. And a lot of people right now like LR full power Jiren as the best unit in the game. I don't know, like, I'm there and not, like, I just want to see more of him, I think, before I say he's number one. But it's just like, when you just, like, think about how strong he is just like turn one, like opening turn one, and how like ridiculous he's going to be, it's just very difficult, I think, to like place other units above him. Now, UI Goku, I still think people just, I don't know, they just disrespect my man's defense from second one. Like, that is something that's going to carry over a lot, is his defense. Whereas like the Blue Fusions, as impressive as they are, as amazing as they are once they're doing their active skills and all their other shenanigans, it still takes time for them to build up, right? Whereas Jiren, turn one, can be hitting over 5 million super effective against all types. Like, Blue Gogeta can do that, but it's like turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, turn 9, when Blue Gogeta is pushing out that level of production, and Jiren could do it, like, literally from the word go. Like, it's insane. So, like, that, it's just something that's really important to remember. And then, like, God TOPPO, again, just talking about how good God TOPPO is and how important God TOPPO is. The fact that God TOPPO, he does lower all enemies' defense by 70% on his passive. Now, by doing that, he also makes it so that Jiren is super effective against all types. So they're like a ridiculous combo. It's like, they made God TOPPO so good, it's insane. So there he is at 1.66, which is a very, very strong attack stat right there. 1.66 is going to give us, a lot of damage, considering he's also giving 40% attack and defense to the rest of the rotation, and he's giving that ki. Now, he's only giving one ki, but just even one ki is still a ridiculously big deal when we're talking about some of these category teams that God TOPPO is on, right? Like, Final Trump Card. Think of the vast array of really good characters on Final Trump Card. Like a lot of these Kaioken Goku, Spirit Bomb Gokus. We have all the different versions of, Cooler and Turles. Like, all these different, like, types of characters are all there, right? So it just becomes very, very impactful. Now, okay, so here's another thing, too. When we talk about, like, UI Goku and Jiren, like, how ridiculous it is that the two of them, like, they link up so well. Like, the Universal Survival Saga team, like, and like Realm of Gods and these teams, like, they're just so good now at this point. Like, this is a combo you really can just pull off, because Jiren, like, what's Jiren's defense right here? 200k. I should point out that the TOPPO / Pride Troopers unit that we're rocking right here, the Universe 11 category is activated, so we're seeing like the actual like buffs he's able to give the Jiren. Let's go ahead and give, I think, this rotation to... Now, here's what I'm going to do, because I actually do want to get the rotation of God TOPPO, Jiren, and then TOPPO with the Pride Troopers. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this right here. Yeah, we're going to do this. That way, we can go ahead and assemble the three of them on the next rotation with God TOPPO. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So let's see what Jiren, what attacks that he gets right here. Obviously, it's going to be very, very high. I believe... Is Goku's attack or defense lowered? I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. All right, so he gets to 4... Yeah, see, like, 4.75 right there. Like... It's just like you see that number and it's like, that's super good, but like, it could be better, or like I've seen other units hit better numbers, and it's like, well, you have to remember that this guy is also super effective against all types. That's like the gigantic, like, absolutely insane thing that this man is able to do. That's just so crazy. So definitely really big by Jiren that he's able to do that. And then of course he does still have that active skill. It's like that's the thing with this update. It's like they dropped LR full power Jiren, but they also created like a category and several characters who are going to work to bring Jiren to his full power. I mean, they basically gave us 3 separate Universe 11 support type units along with LR full power Jiren. We got the TOPPO / Pride Troopers, we got the Casserole / Pride Troopers, and then we also have the God TOPPO EZA. The three of them together do a lot for LR full power Jiren. It's one of those things like, you know, had they done that for like LR Goku Black, like LR Goku Black is definitely not as good as Jiren, or probably even close to as good as Jiren. But like, you know, if they had done that when they chopped LR Goku Black, you know, a lot more people would use him and he would be thought of, I think, a lot more highly. If he had these ridiculous support type units who are really able to help bring him out to his full potential, the way we have like Jiren's second one. And the thing too, like people will say, oh, well, you know, it's still like a whale's paradise, right? It's all designed for whales. And I don't even think that's necessarily true, right? Because like Casserole is free to play. Like, yeah, of course the TOPPO unit is going to be summonable, as is Jiren. But God TOPPO is a unit that's been out for a very, very, very long time, right? Like, it's just, it's honestly pretty, like, insane to think about. Like, how, all right, so we're actually going to get Jiren's 12-key super attack right here. I'm not really seeing this too often, right? I think Jiren's super attacks are fine. Like, you know, could they be a bit better? Sure, I suppose. I mean, I don't think that they look as good as, like, the Blue Fusions, for example, but certainly not bad. I would not call those super attacks bad at all. All right, so here, now we have God TOPPO. Looks like God TOPPO's going to be a little bit better off in the second slot as far as links and stuff like that go for him. So we'll go ahead and get God TOPPO right here. This will be a much better rotation for God TOPPO. He's going to be hitting a lot harder with the support type unit from TOPPO / the Pride Troopers as well. Again, this TOPPO / Pride Troopers unit is very good. And it is interesting that they could just do this with so many of these characters. They'll just create a TOPPO / Pride Troopers, a Dispo / Pride Troopers, like, you know, Jiren / Pride Troopers. And then they could just do, like, the Pride Troopers together. Like, see, that sort of creativity is a very good way to sort of buff this category and make it interesting. That's something they could do eventually with, like, the Frieza Force team and, of course, the Z Fighters as well. You know, both of those, of course, are not actually categories in the game yet, but I think both Z Fighters and Frieza Force should be added to the game. Frieza Force could be very interesting because it's going to include all the Saiyans from the Saiyan Saga. You know, Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz are all Frieza Force. It would include Dragon Ball Super Broly. He's Frieza Force as well, right? So, like, that, I think, would make it just very interesting. So I would like to not finish off Goku right here so that Jiren can sort of take, you know, some more hits and get that active skill of his, but, like, I don't know, like, he just does an attack and then it's just GG. Like, it's just like, goodbye. Goodbye, Goku, goodbye. And then we had TOPPO super attack last turn, so he's super effective against all types. Okay, so Goku did survive. I think that might be 5 hits right there. It might be. So I probably can go ahead and float Jiren off at this point. Like, it is pretty impressive, too. Like, you see the difference in damage between Jiren and UI Goku. Like, UI Goku, once he fully does all of his dodges, he can get to, like, a similar attack stat as Jiren. But again, it's not just about Jiren's attack stat, right? Because Jiren is also at the absolutely ridiculousness of, you know, being super effective against all types. That's just what makes things, like, so utterly insane. Like, this Universe 11 team in general is going to be really, really good. And again, like, you know, we do have 2 monstrous summonable options added to it in, you know, the TOPPO / LR Jiren. But, like, you know, even Dispo's EZA. I'll do a video on Dispo next. Like, Dispo's EZA, God TOPPO's EZA, like, that's why EZAs are just the best, because they take these old units and just make them so, so good. And the thing, too, is that they just gave TOPPO and Dispo out for free, right? Like, everyone could grab them with the wish strips. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know, like, even when I was, like, pointing out, like, what characters get with the wish strips, I was pointing out, like, yo, God TOPPO is probably going to be absolutely insane, and he probably is going to be, like, one of the units that you're going to want to get, you know, just so people are well aware. And, I mean, sure enough, God TOPPO might actually be the best unit you could get with wish strips. I think he's right up there. Do we have the active skill yet? No, we don't. Okay, so we'll do one more turn of Jiren doing an attack right there. That will go ahead and activate his active skill. And then next turn, we'll go ahead and float him off, and then we'll have the rotation, Jiren, both TOPPOs, and then it's just going to be absolute insanity, right? That turn where Jiren has his active skill and we got all the TOPPOs around, like, it's just, the damage is going to be so crazy. And, like, that's such a powerful effect for Jiren, by the way. The ability to get ki when he's hit, I love that. Like, when I first saw LR Goku Black, or LR Goku Zamasu, the unit that had that, I was looking at that and I was like, wow, this is what I would like to see on Kid Buu. I feel like this would make a ton of sense for Kid Buu's character. And, you know, as one of these characters that is not going to have key links, you know, Kid Buu is not going to be good on key links. I think that would have been very, very good for him, right? This TOPPO Pride Troopers unit, by the way, another example of how crazy good he's going to be. The guard ability. Like, the guard ability is, like, outside of, like, Extreme Super Battle Road, where it's not really going to be too good, everywhere else, the guard ability is nuts. Look at this. Like, it's just... They really did a lot with these units, man. These Universe 11 units. This is a good update. This whole celebration, honestly, the Tanabata celebration is like, I don't know. It could be the best celebration in Dokkan history. Like, with all the EZAs, all the, like, crazy top tier units. Like, it's going to be interesting for Global when Global gets this plus Golden Week, like, basically November/December. It's going to be such a crazy time. And then, you know, also... Like, you know, the 2,000 day celebration is sort of, like, aligned at the same time. Like, it's weird the way it's going to work, right? Like, so all of this stuff is just going to be very, very interesting and fascinating moving forward, right? So, all right. So now let's just get Jiren on rotation with, you know, the two TOPPOs. And we're going to see Jiren with a ridiculous attack stat. We're going to see TOPPO with a ridiculous attack stat. You know, all these units just really, really functioning together and being very, very uber powerful together. I want to do I'm going to use a Whis right here just to make sure that we don't die, though, because, like, some of these STR units are not exactly the strongest, right? Like, you know, Blue Kaioken Goku's okay. STR Jiren, I certainly am not going to call him the greatest at this point. STR Jiren is actually, like, almost, like, fodder level. I mean, it is nice he's got the 130% attack and defense, but, like, that's just not really going to cut it in this day and age. Like, obviously, we could see, like, a lot more utilized better than just that. And, like, his stun chance and stuff like that doesn't really do too much. So, like, I don't even know, like you know, if you're running the full Jiren team, the Universe 11 team, just running that Jiren on the team probably isn't even worth it. I mean, he is going to link up very well with LR Jiren, right, which is great. But, like, honestly, I think just the other Universe 11 units are going to do the job for you. Like, you don't even really need to worry so much, I don't think. This is not going to do a lot of damage, obviously, but you don't really need to worry about bringing OG Jiren. Just like Casserole, TOPPO, God, Dispo are going to be enough. I think Dispo, again, is probably a lot better than a lot of us are giving him credit for. It's just one of those things where Dispo is just so overshadowed by... he's just so absolutely overshadowed by God TOPPO. It just makes it nuts. All right, so 2 turns, and we're going to be able to see this. What I will do is, yeah, because the good thing is that going up against UI Goku is so powerful, like here at the end of Legendary Goku event, that we probably will be able to see, like, the full rotation, like the attack sets from all these units, without Jiren just automatically, like, one-shotting it, right? So that's going to be super, super good. And then, I just think, like, it's insane to me how, like, we go, like, years, basically, where they barely go to the Tournament of Power, and then they just release, like, every hype unit in a row. Like, you know, they gave us Blue Kaioken Goku, Kefla, LR UI Goku, LR Jiren, LR Goku, and Vegeta. Like, what are they buttering us up for? Because, like, you know, obviously, like, Anniversary is still going to probably be, like, maximum hype, right? And then there's just, like, other things. Like, it's so crazy to me. Like, I am definitely very, very interested to see what big-time units we're going to see showing up. Or, like, even at the download celebration, like, no way, like, Blue Goku and Vegeta, and then, what's his name? Jiren, like, they're not going to be on the same hype level as the download celebration characters, right? So it's going to be very, very interesting to see. All right, so Goku, yeah, is going to activate his passive mid-turn because we fell down very, very low HP. So, all right, so here we go. Here's the big turn. Let's see what God TOPPO looks like on this turn, what Jiren looks like on this turn. The power of Universe 11. We got it right here. Now, God TOPPO, by the way, has his damage reduction active. So he does, like, the Android 17 thing, right? So what happens with God TOPPO is that if your HP is 70% or less, God TOPPO gets 40% damage reduction. Now, we add that onto his very high defensive stat from his defensive support, as well as the defense he gets at the start of turn, and it just becomes crazy, right? All right, so Jiren has his full ability active. I'm going to go ahead and use an item just to make sure that we're going to survive right here. Again, we got TOPPO, like, just absolutely insane. Can I do... I wonder if this might actually be a little bit better for TOPPO. No. Okay, yeah, he's just getting everything he needs from Jiren. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what Jiren could do. Let's see what the TOPPO Pride Troopers, God TOPPO, all of these Universe 11 units, let's see what they have in the bag right here. Remember that God TOPPO does raise attack on super attack, so multiple of these supers would be good for him. Well, him and the entire rotation, right? So that would be a big thing we would be able to get. All right, pretty good damage right there. And then let's see what Jiren sits down for us. A nice little 7.99 million attack set. Pretty good by Jiren. Very balanced. Very, very balanced character, right? Oh, yeah. Absolutely insane. So let me know what you guys think of Jiren, of TOPPO, of all these characters. Just very, 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 very powerful. Thanks guys for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.